Right, guys, hello, welcome to WAOF1. It must be Tuesday night, it must be 8 PM, and we are live for Baku, Azerbaijan, which is despite last night, which, well, has had no short amount of fun laughing at me for when my tyre blew up, is my favourite track on the calendar, without a doubt. So I'm looking forward to this. Yes, I'm not going to lie, this is one race of the season where I wish I was out there racing instead of doing comms, but I shall enjoy it in a way. From Mad Mark, currently set in P14 as it stands at the moment, on your screen there. He's having to did it last night in RF1 tonight, and then done it again tomorrow night in RF1 again on the Wednesday, so glutton for punishment maybe. I'll be a bit careful out the pits into the into the first corner after the pits, guys. it's I think Mark just got your tires are so cold. Right, I'm just gonna share this quickly into the chat. My link is in there, obviously. It remains in there in the Twitch links, but just so everyone's got it. Link for stream. And now that ARC, so Amateur Racing Club, have stopped their Tuesday night academy race at the moment, I am allowed to share it in ARC's channel as well. So there we go. Right, that's all that done. Hey, who's JD? Oh, is it? Does it not change the name again? I literally changed the name. Has it changed it back? I have it all in one, so I'll just have to edit it afterwards. It's not an issue. Hey, Dagooner. All good, mate. Are you on track tonight? No, you're not, are you? Right, Gonzo across the line, and he's going to be our first. But yeah, all good, thanks to Gooner. Hopefully, about to enjoy a really good Baku race, I hope. Who are we missing then? Because, well, if you're still listening, who? Because we are supposed to have. So who's missing? Oh, I just remembered something. Take my phone off Wi-Fi, otherwise my screen will be lagging all over the place. There we go. That's better now. That's on my phone data. Right then. Anyway, Gonzo going into the castle section. So here he goes. It's got to be one of the best parts of any Formula 1 circuit, in my opinion. The challenge of getting it right lap after lap after lap. It's so difficult, and unfortunately, because of the nature of a street circuit, the costs for not getting it right are so high. It's just part of the reason why I love this track so much, because well, let's just say, like any street circuit, really, you daren't lose concentration even for a second, because you just end up in a wall. You really have to concentrate, and if we have to do that on a game for a 50% race, imagine what it's like for the real life drivers driving around a track like this. It's Gonzo heading for the line in a way, flying into WAOF1 really well. 142.0. I think we're probably going to see a 138 for pole position, but obviously this is Q1. Mark managed 42.0 as well, but just slightly faster than Gonzo. Gaz has done 41.9 in the Williams. Can I find somebody on the straight? Dean heading for the line, called by the pool, 42.9. Dean Bryce 41.0, so that's Gaz's teammate. So the two Williams currently sat P1, P2. What's this? That's Leary, who's our PC man. Well, we actually got two PC drivers tonight. Let's find Whale heading for the line. 1:41.0 goes fastest at the moment, just. Oozers 42.2. I think low 41ers can feel reasonably safe. I don't think... It's hard to know, isn't it? It's really hard to know. What one of the McLarens do? Oh, give me a McLaren, thank you. Oh, and he's on an outlap. That's so typical. Anyone not on an outlap? Starcat Gamer then, one of our PC drivers. Let's take a ride around Baku with him. Just watching tonight. Okay. That's a shame. That's kind of why I'm asking, wondering who's the driver missing, because if that seat is definitely empty and they've not promised that they're joining a bit late or something, I don't see any reason you can't jump on like as Carsey does 40.4. Still expect to see a lot quicker than that through the session. Let's say at the very least the pole position will be a 39, but I actually think it's going to be a 38 from either Carsey, Danny, or Rocket Reed actually might have a chance of it as well. So don't create a clip. There we go. Right. Okay. Starcat Gamer then heads onto the straight. So this quick left right here is where my tyres blew up last night. Well, my right rear blew up last night and sent me straight into the wall. I was having a mighty race as well. I had the fastest lap at the time. I was low down the order because I picked up damage on the safety car's in lap. I clipped a wall and damaged my wing, so I fell a pit stop behind. So I opted to go for a double soft stint and was catching up so fast. But no wait, 46.3 for Starcat Gamer. Glasgow 44.0, Liam 43.4. So just completed a lap, so he's 42.8. So I think 41s are looking like they're probably going to be safe. But the thing is, you know what this track's like. If you're a little bit off, Steen catches the wall on the exit there. It's one of those tracks, isn't it? Who was it that said it? If you don't... It was about Monaco, but somebody said at one point about Monaco that if you don't hit the wall, you know, if you don't kiss the wall at some point, you're not trying hard enough. Can't remember who said that. Oh, Corporal Arsehole's joined, so it looks like the final driver is joining actually. So we are going to be full grid, which is great news. Danny's gone into P3 on a 41.0. Liam, are you doing another lap? He's just short of 2 temps down in sector 2, and he ain't got the energy for the straights, and no, he's not going to be completing a lap. Let's go to Leary then. So this is our other PC driver. On his way towards the castle section. So, always amazes me how much you can get away with cutting that corner. And yet other corners you can barely touch the white line. It invalidates you on some tracks. So that's a definite invalidation. So, Leary will back off. He's not going to earn enough energy back to do a proper lap though. That was the next one, so I think he may be a case of coming into the pits for him. Danny, 3.5 temps down in sector 1. So, I commentate on Danny in another league, and I can say Danny likes to do a lot of laps on his first set of tyres. He's not trying to improve all the time. He gets one good lap on the board. In full qualifying, he gets one good lap on the board and then just does lap after lap of practice, basically. In short qualifying, you might actually see him out for ages, then he'll suddenly come in and do one quick lap quite often. Yeah, Leary does pit. He didn't have enough time to make that energy back, did he? So to pits he comes. Mark maybe on a lap. It's down second straight towards turn 3. So, don't know if everybody noticed, but the patch from yesterday altered turn 3. So I don't know if any of you actually did some practice before the patch. I did, and there was a magic bump in the road just as you turn in for the corner, and it would send you flying into the wall. I'm so glad they patched that before tonight, because if they didn't, we could have seen multiple retirements because of that. In fact, it was so bad I might have actually turned around to Well and Oozers and said, I think we should change the track, guys. I didn't actually know we were at Baku until earlier on this morning, but if they hadn't have patched that, I think I might have said, look, I think we should change the track because it was that bad. Little clip on the wall from Mark there, heads down to the end of sector 2. I don't think that clip would have cost him anything. Well, 26 thousandths down, I mean that's nothing. If he gets a better exit onto the main part of the straight, he'll eat into that straight away. So, probably know if he's improving, because if he heads to the line, he's probably improving. If he heads to the pits, he's probably not. So, well, no, half a tenth down. But he's still in P6 in a way, so he's comfortable at the moment. Freeman, 10th down in sector 1. So what I could tell you is that even though I qualified, I was only intending on doing 2 quali stints last night in case I needed 2 sets of softs for the race, which I did end up needing. So, but on my second run, I come out with pits too late and didn't cross the line, so I only got the one running early on. But I was fastest in sector 1, despite only qualifying 9th. So I was quite pleased with myself on that, to be honest. That's what I'm telling you all. Right. Clearly Freeman wasn't continuing with that lap, so switch to Liam now. So he comes out of the right-hander, and he'll head down to the end of sector 1. And he's a 10th down as well. So little signs that maybe the track's not doing as well. Everybody seems to be coming over that sector about a 10th down. Oh, we've had a retirement. Corporal Arsehole. Oh, who's the... Look here. Is he still going to be there? Yeah, he is. Ouch. Be careful, guys. Wow. If you're coming around the quick left-right at the end, be careful. He's in the middle of the track. Ah, he's just disappeared. Okay, he's just disappeared, so you're all safe now. But that was a bit... Wow. As Leary retires as well. Has he done it in the same place, I think? Yeah, I mean, he's at the side of the track. That's more of a where Max Verstappen was, isn't it? But in exactly the same place. Oozers retires, but I think Oozers is retired in the pits. So I think he's safe. My word. Super retirements, one after the other. Exactly the same part of the track. Neither driver has a lap on the board, so they both will exit, but not affect anybody else. Just nipped some movement. See, purple sector 1. Hey, users. Comfortable on that lap then? You're happy with that? What was it? 142.25. I said guys in the 41s would be safe. As the session's moving on, I think, yeah, you're right, I think you are comfortable on that, to be honest. Movement, I think it's going to leap up the order here. It shows purple in sets of 2 as well. I mean, that's purple, but with no time on the board for him yet, don't necessarily trust that. As Gonzo retires from the session in the pits. Same with Carsey Whale. Anyway, movement heads down towards the line, and it's 141.3. That puts him up into P5. Liam Ash now, 3/4 of a second up through sets of 2, so he's heading into the 42s. So up to P12 for Liam. May well see him through. Glasgow just starting a lap. StarCat Gamer's a bit further around. He's getting towards the end of sets of 1, but I think... Well, there's an Aston that's had an instant behind him. Is that futile? Yeah, I think it was. And it looked to me like StarCat Gamer's backed out, so he has. In that case, who have we got then? I think we may as well go to Glasgow, who's on his way up to the end of sets of 1. He's got a couple of slow cars ahead that hopefully will spot him. 1/4 of a second up at the moment. It's a Castle. Yeah, enters it nicely. Takes some power through as well. Oh, pretty nice. I think he's going to show a considerable improvement when we hit the next sector. So McLaren gets itself well out of the way. Nice through there as well for Glasgow, so... Yeah, he's now over 7 temps up. Only operator ahead of him that he needs to beat as it stands, and he's in the pits, operator, so slap very much better from Glasgow. He heads on line and it's a 1:43.1, so that puts him ahead of operator into Peen. StarCat Gamer is nowhere near. He has got across the line, so he's got to... Well, he can do another lap, but he's got 3% ERS, so... And his fuel lights flashing, so I don't think he's actually got any chance. In all fairness. He'd have to find... To knock Glasgow out, he'd have to find 2.5 seconds. Oh, when he hits the wall on turn 3. It's the inside wall he clips, but... Oh, and of course, Rocket Reed, I said he might take pole position tonight. I completely forgot that he's got a qualifying ban. So, he will, of course, start from the back. My apologies, Rocket. I'd completely forgotten about that. So he comes through Castle then. Just come through there very nicely. See what he's like through the second sector, but... As I said, with no energy, he's going to lose so much time down the main straight. Little kiss on the wall, but that's not going to affect the lap time. Oh. Giving up in a way. Then, so, that's it. Glasgow. Well, probably head into the pits. Or across the line, don't make any difference which he does. To us, but so I'm StarCat Gamer then. Again, he could do either, it doesn't matter. He's gonna head into the pits very, very slowly. And he comes. So once StarCat Gamer is pushed in to the pits and has the screen down in front of him, that will be the end of Q1. So we are going to lose Operator, Starcat Gamer, Leary, Corporal Arsehole, and Rocket Reed. It's a shame to lose Reedy through the ban because I think he'd have been extremely competitive here. In fact, I'm positive of it. But it's the top 15 all through then. And I don't believe any of the retirements are actually on track, so I think we will have all 15. I'll just scroll through, so the guys have got them for stand-ins for the app or whatever. And just in case, any instance, there you have it. I need to scroll through, hardly any. There we have it, we'll head to Q2. So Carsey at the moment with a high 5.5 tenth advantage, but don't take any notice at the moment. As I said, I'm quietly confident you'll see pole position in the 138s. Hey Mark, just a bit of deja vu, mate. You'll be getting that double tomorrow night. Oh dear. Just a heads up, guys. I know I cough a little bit anyway, but I have actually got a bit of a bad throat at the moment, so I may cough a bit more than usual. I'll try not to. You did, Glasgow. That was a fine lap, that last one, man. We watched you, and it was a very clean lap. I even called it before you were leading up to the end of Sector 2. I said I could tell. I was watching the lap. It was so clean. I said he's going to be improving by a lot here. And you suddenly jumped to 7 tenths up. So very, very good. See if we can build on it. Let's go to Gonzo then. And once again, Gonzo first out. He likes the teletyme, does Gonzo. That's what it is. And I think, as long as it stays like that, I think we'll do our hilly hot lap with Gonzo tonight. I didn't do it with Gonzo last week, did I? Can't remember. Slept 7 times since then. Actually, I always have a little nap in the day, so I've actually slept about 11 or 12 times since then. So, just thinking ahead to the race and what strategies you might see tonight. Well, as with any race, it's pretty much a medium to hard or hard to medium. A lot of people don't like the hard tyres around here, so you might see 1 or 2 stops to do soft medium. The only thing I learned to my detriment last night with my tyre blowing up was one of the soft stints you need to push 1 lap longer than the other in order to do a 2-stop, and you need to be very careful on that lap if you're going to do that. Either that or risk taking the mediums a lap further, but, which is probably the better shape actually. So, Gonzo then starts off, sorry, we're going to do a hot lap. So through turn 1, turn 2 very much similar to turn 1. Don't touch the inside curb, it will throw you deep into the corner and you lose a lot of time. So that was pretty much perfect from Gonzo there. We head down a long straight with the RS open into turn 3. Light on the brakes for it, but turn in. That curb you can take on the inside, open up the power into turn 4. The first 4 corners really very similar in a way. What you'll notice about Baku is the whole track is all about getting a good exit. So even around here, that's sort of taken very nicely actually from Gonzo. We head down towards the castle section then, cut this corner quite largely. As you saw, still didn't invalidate there. Took a lot of corner into the hardest part of the circuit. Keep it close to the inside on this one so that you open up the exit onto the straight up the hill into what is probably the hardest corner of the game. So you can brake late for this corner, but you need to be quick. So what you'll see as we watch other people is that you'll see some taking that corner in second, some in third. Into that left-hander, which is effectively the last corner of the track as we head through this quick left-right, but it is a flat-out left-right. No, nothing special about that corner, but it does, because of the high speed you're taking it at, it does strain your tyres, so just be wary of that. My experience of the tyres last night was that the right rear was 20% higher on wear than my front tyres were. So just be careful, because you're not used to that. Usually it's one of your front tyres that are higher, so you tend to not really worry about the rear so much, but around here it's different. It's the high speed circuits, so Monza's the same. So, in a way, Gonzo did a 41.7, Futile Snake 41.5, Wales just managed 41.3, while Oozers did a 42.1, 4 thousandths quicker than Danny. Sol 42.1 as well, 42.6 for Cool by the Pool. Carsey goes fastest by 1.3 seconds with a 40.0. Gaza into P2, 41.3. Can be find a car. There we go. So this is Freeman. Goes into P6, 41.7. Haas now. Mark across the line. 42.0 puts in P8. Liam heading for the line. 42.5, that puts in P12. Well, look at this. So Glasgow and Dean are on laps, but look at the amount of traffic they've ended up in. Let's just hope they all realise. They could get caught out thinking that everybody's done a lap and that, but they haven't. So Dean Bryce and the Glasgow. So let's say Williams and then Alfa Romeo. If any of the drivers are listening, please take note that those guys are on hot laps. Teammate just up ahead, Cool by the Pool. Slows down for him nicely. So I think we're heading towards a low to middle 42. We'll see when he crosses the line. So 42.3. That was pretty bang on there, wasn't I? Dean Bryce crossed the line now, 40.7, goes into P2. Over half a second ahead of his teammate Gaza, who's currently P3. Williams looking very good tonight so far. Carsey, as often does, looks in a bit of a world in his own when it comes to qualifying. Obviously, missing a big driver tonight in Racing J. Shame to not have him on track. Must be otherwise engaged. Ah, excellent, Mr. Whale. That's good news. Safety car is on reduced for this one. And hopefully all of them moving forward. I say that, I know I say this every week probably, but it is the most realistic setting. Stops it bringing out full safety cars for silly little things normally. So, right, is anybody actually on a lap? No, Freeman's definitely not, because he's on nearly 50 seconds coming at the end of sector 1, so just after the end of sector 1. Mark, no, actually I'm not sure. No, he's not, no. Danny, no, so we're just waiting for someone now really. Wales back on an out lap. So, I guess the times so far in qualifying this week are looking a bit more spread out than last week, but on the other hand, it's obviously a much longer track, so it does make sense that that's the case. So, despite the fact that Carsey's retired out the session on a 40-0, feeling that's comfortable, which I agree with him it is, I'm still going to stick to my guns and say that we'll see a 38 in Q3. I know you all probably think I'm mad, but I do honestly think that's what we'll see. So see what Mr. Weldon doing a very, very slow outlap. You do earn about 3% wear on your soft tyres on an outlap, so maybe that's why he's opted to drive so slowly. So, right on board with him for this one. Oh, he's clattered the wall on turn 3. That'll be the end of that lap. So, what's that? Seeing Gaz is retired on 41.3. Now, it could be a little bit risky. P10 at the moment is on 41.7. So, I'd say that's one of two things for Gaz. Either he actually doesn't think he can go quicker, and so he's retired, which I'd be surprised, because I know Gaza pretty well. I'd be surprised if that's the case. He always feels he's got a bit more in a lap. There's the racer in him, but the other reason could be with he might be thinking, well, if it ain't good enough to get through, at least I'll have 2 sets of softs left for the race. It's Baku being Baku. The risk of safety car around here is extremely high, so there's always a chance that you might need to change your strategy up pretty quickly. So I started on hards around here last night simply because I had a poor qualifying, so I decided to opt for the harder tyre, but if I was near the front I definitely would have gone with mediums. So movement heads to the line, 140.5, puts him into P2. Guys are down to 6. Gonzo. He's not on a proper lap, is he? I think the start of the lap must have gone wrong, so he's backed out of it. Yeah, he's 14 seconds down, so... where's Sol? Oh, Sol was the car just ahead of us. Right, so I don't think Sol's on a lap, because I think he's just slowed down for Gonzo, but then Gonzo's backed out of his lap as well, and it's all getting a bit confusing. Cool by the Pool was shot up to P3 on a 140.7. Very nice. Let's get a Futile Snake. So he heads over the line, 41. No, he's starting a lap. My apologies. Starting a lap. Oh, the Alfa Romeo's not spotted him. Oh dear. I think that was Glasgow. You could see he tried to get around the corner as quick as he could to get out of the way. To be fair to him, he's had a little spin there, but he's lost the swing. So I do think Glasgow did everything he possibly could then once he realised, but never mind. These things does happen. Let's go back to Futile. So I don't think he's given up on the lap, so... Castle. Is it up then? I cannot stress the importance of getting a good exit out of that last corner up this hill. It's very nice indeed. He is just over a 10th down. It's the line then. It's for us a bit unlikely you've made up that sort of time. Yeah, no, doesn't improve. So Freeman is heading down the straight. Currently on a 41.7. Oh, has he managed a 3-minute lap? That's impressive. Oh, it wasn't. It was 1 minute 56. Why is it doing that? Giving me weird times like that. Let's just... Let's go recovering to the pits. Mad Mark retires out the session in the pits. His teammate is coming down the straight. Slightly down through sector 2. Does gain a bit. Actually gains a 10.5, and that shoots him up to P8. Believe it or not. And puts his teammate in danger. Who's furthest round? It actually uses this furthest round. We've not seen him yet today, so... No, he's not on a proper lap, though. Oh, yes, he is. My apologies. He is. He's 3/4 of a second up. So if he holds that improvement, that exact amount of time will get him through. He would shoot out to P8 ahead of Gonzo and not mark out. I can't see anything leading up to the line that he's done wrong, so up to P8 he goes. And Oozers is through to Q3. Out goes Mark. Futile Snake in danger now as Freeman improving he is. He goes up to P6. So Futile Snake is... Well, he is out. He's on a slow lap, so he is out. And that is it. Glasgow's retired out. Mark retired out. So can't improve. Liam and Sol have finished. And Futile Snake into the pits. So Futile Snake out in P11. Mark P12. Liam P13 and Sol P14. While Glasgow will start P15. But through to Q3 is Gonzo, Oozers, who, just a shout out for Oozers here, he's less than a tenth slower than Mr. Whale. So shout out for Oozers. Whale is through, Gaz is through, Freeman's through, Danny is through, Dean is through, Cool by the Pool, Moomin, and of course Carsey are through to Q3. So, just to give all the positions there, so they're all on screen in case well and users need them. Race director, incidents. See Carsey just looking like he's in a little world of his own at the moment. I do wonder if he can hit that 38, you know. I'd love to see it. It's just, he usually beats my time trial times in qualifying. Or at least gets very close to them. And my time trial time here is a 38.5, so I'm expecting... oh, sorry. I'm expecting him to at least get close to the 38s. So, straight into Q3. Weather's still good. I am glad to say that Baku is Definitely one of the circuits you're not really that likely to see rain at. Because it would be a nightmare in the rain. It'd also be quite boring, wouldn't it? Because obviously it does rely somewhat on a DRS for the overtakes around here on the main straight. Right, anyway, let's go to, I assume it's Gonzo out first. It is indeed. Gotta give it to Gonzo. He's earning has some money with a TV time, and he getting out quick. So, I'm just going to do another hilly hot lap with Gonzo again, because the first one I didn't really concentrate on. I missed the first corner. So, heading down the straight then, obviously you're carrying as much speed as you can over the line, heading to the first corner. You laid on the brakes, sort of cruise around the corner, get on the power as quick as you can, take it up to turn 2, very much the same, laid on the brakes. Some will use second, some will use third, but the premise is still the same. You get on the power as soon as you can, take it down the second DR, well, the DR straight with you into turn 3. Again, late on the brakes. Use the curb on the inside. It won't affect you. It's flat, so it's absolutely fine. Turn 4. Don't use the curb on the inside because, as you see, it will bounce you, and it can take a tenth or two off your lap time actually. So takes that very nicely through the chicane. Gets on the power out of here. Heads down towards where the castle section starts. Cut the curb. Actually, quite a lot more than that. You want an acute angle into there through the actual castle section. Keeps it nice and right, which enables a much better exit, as you could see. Gets on the power all the way up the hill. A couple of little left-handers on the hill that are still flat out. Heads up to this heavy break-in down to second. Opens it up again. We'll get back up to 7th before breaking down to 3rd. Around again. You might want to take a bit more curb than he does there on the exit. Get your wheel actually all over the curb. So the curb's in the middle of your car. Through the quick left, right. I suppose it's a chicane. And open up the DRS here and head down to the line as fast as you can. And that, my friends, is a 1 minute 41.5 around Baku. Nice job, Gonzo. As movement straight away goes quicker, 40.3. Cool by the pool, 40.8. We've got next Gaza, 41.5. Carcy over the line, 139.7. We're getting closer. Danny, 139.8. Just 15 thousandths separating him and Carcy at the moment. Oozers, 2 minutes and a half second. So I assume that means he's going again. I didn't see who else it was. Oh, it's Dean Bright, 0.8. Freeman heads to the line now. Can he manage it on his first stint? I think he's on a slow route. Right, let's go straight to Oozers then, because I think you'll probably see Oozers going again here. Definitely only time for 2 stints in Q3. Users. I missed the split time there, but let's watch him up to the end of sector 2. So, heading down to the end of sector 2 now, and he's well up, of course, but he is a bit slower there than in his Q2 lap. Here he comes. I'll switch directly to Freeman as soon as Uzers crosses the line. Although Freeman looks like he's further back to me. So Uzers then P9 42.5. We'll go to Freeman, who is improving on his lap. So actually he is... I just thought he'd lost time on Uzers, but he hasn't. Oh, and he's getting a tow all the way up the straight. That will help. Thank you to Gaza for that tow. And 141.6 puts him ahead of Oozers and into P9. That's because I said Oozers. P9. So Dean Bryce not shown as an out lap, but did he have a second lap then? Dean Bryce don't really see people having second laps around here because you use too much energy, and a hot lap around here takes a lot out of your tyres. Good 8%, I would say, on tyre wear. It wasn't an awful lap, Gonzo. Yes, you got more on it, but it wasn't awful. I hope you weren't listening while you were out on track. I hope I didn't put you off. So... oh dear, that must be Users. Ferrari. Yeah, he was getting out of somebody's way, but looked to me like he lost his wing. 3.5 attempts down in a way for Dean. So this is clearly coming into the pits. He's not going to bother finishing this lap off. Be into the pits, and we've got a couple now on an out lap. So Gonzo's back out, Moomin's out. And I'm sure the others will follow. As suggested, Dean is into the pits. Yeah, Gonzo must be there, so... yeah, Freeman not improving, so... back to Gonzo we go. So currently sitting P8 on a PB on a lap we saw on 141.517. Make it clear that all these guys have already done well, made it through to Q3, so doing a great job. Let's see. See who can take the crown. I mean, as it looks right now, we do have a pole position battle, specifically between Carsey and Danny. And then it looks like a battle for P3 between Whale and Moomin as well, so somebody else might surprise us as well. Put it up there. Stick it up there. Here he comes then. Out of that corner. Not long now. Head up to the left-hander. Willie kissed the wall this time. No. The driver I think we've not seen kiss the wall, isn't he? He's purple sector 2. He's 4 attempts up, so improving nicely for himself, but particularly through sector 2. And heads down. So he will move into P7 ahead of Gaza. Whether he finds any more is the question. to displace Dean Bryce and maybe Cool. But I think it's going to be just P7. It is indeed. 141.024. Let's move then to movement. It's half a tenth up. You would need to find 5 thousandths of a second to displace Whale. Oh, but he comes into the pits. So, who's next? I get to the Red Bull in time. I can. Danny, 39. Oh, that was his outlap. Right, I'm getting a bit confused where who's what. Gaz is early on in his lap. Guns has just done a lap. Who's this? Who's yelling him? That must be Dean Bryce then. Moomin retires, hoping it'll hold on to his P4. So Dean wasn't on a lap after all. It's all a bit confusing at the moment. Cool by the Pool then is on a lap and he's 2 temps up. Need to find quite a bit more to improve ahead of Moomin, but he's defending his position from those behind as well. And he finds 3 temps, so improves to 140.55. Gonzo not improving. Danny. Wow, Danny's 3.5 temps up. This will put in provisional pole. And we'll find out if Carsey is responding. We've got Whale on the straight as well as... I'm not sure who that is between... 39.349 then. Well, it's into the pits. So straight to Carsey then. I could see that it was perfect. I just about caught a purple glimpse. In sector 2, but I didn't see the split time. So we head to the line. Is he going to take pole position again, Carsey? Heads to the line, and it's 139.575. He does not take pole position. It's P2 for Carsey, P1 then for Danny. Congratulations, Danny. Cool by the Pool isn't improving, and he's the only one left on a lap, so unless he finds 10.4 seconds now in the final sector as he spins. That is the end of qualifying, so congratulations, Danny, on your first pole position with WAOF1. Obviously won your first race, so that's highly impressive. Now has the first pole position to add to that. Here at Baku, with a 39.349, so we didn't quite get to see the 38 that I was hoping for, but still highly impressive times. Carsey 39.575. You can see both of those guys in a bit of a world of their own around here. Whale and Moomin extremely close together in 3 and 4. And Cool by the Pool. To be fair, from P3 down to P8 is all very close. So they're separated by just under a second. It's I don't know where users would have got, because he didn't... I'm 100% sure he could go faster, but I was guessing maybe felt he couldn't go fast enough to gain any places, so kept the tyres instead. But there we have it. Anyway, as soon as Cool by the Pool is pushed into the pit and the screen put down in front of him, that will be the end of qualifying. So congrats, Danny. Yeah, a bit better, Gonzo. But I don't think it's a bad lap at all, mate. It's giving you P8, so which is very good when you got a full grid. So anyway, Danny fastest, which will surprise a few. There's no doubt about it. Everybody kind of assumes that as long as Carsey gets a clear lap in, he'll take pole position, but that's not the case tonight. So congratulations, Danny. Carsi P2, Whale 3, Moomin 4, Cool 5, Gaza 6, Dean 7, Williams drivers looking very handy in 6 and 7, Gonzo 8, Freeman 9, and Oozers in a brilliant P10. So 2 Red Bulls, 2 Ferraris, 2 Williams. All the other guys in the top 10 have a teammate outside of the top 10. So there we have it. So guys, we will take a break. If you're a driver, please do not ready up. It is 8:58, so we'll be going around about 3 minutes past. Excellent. So I'm going to, like the drivers, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back with you shortly. I want to refill my coffee and take a moment. So you guys get a brew on as well, and I'll see you shortly. Okay, guys, just quickly nipping back on to let you know it's a lobby restart, so I'm going to have to quit out and rejoin the other lobby. Hopefully everyone gets in as quick as possible so we can get, quicker everybody gets in, guys, quicker we can get the grid set and get going. It really is not hard, just don't ready up. There's literally all you have to do. There's no special thing to it. Just don't press the button. An admin will press the button when it's actually time to race. Nobody else press a button. It's like the easiest thing in the world. So anybody that maybe opted for saving a set of tyres or 2 sets of tyres for the race just in case has lost that advantage now, because everybody has their full selection of tyres, so it's not fair on them. If If anyone is caught doing it, by the way, there will be a severe penalty, and you will be put to the back of the grid, as far as I'm aware. Not 100% sure, but I think you get put to the back of the grid, and I think you can expect a race quali ban for the next race as well. So, hefty penalty if you're to be found guilty as the person that did it. Right, so I'll be back with you shortly. Right, guys, we're back in the pits. Again, nobody ready up, please, until allow or just don't ready up at all. An admin will do it. But of course, don't forget your setups. Don't forget your strategies. Don't forget your fuel. Okay. Right then. Well, please, Lord, let this be one of the great Baku races. Sorry, we're having a bit of fun taking a mick out of WAOF in the Discord at the moment. Are you serious? Somebody's readied up. Right, I think the shout's gone out that we are just going to carry on. Well, I really hope that everybody has managed to do their setups and that. And it appears to be the same person again. But at least we are going, I suppose. Riding away, we take our... They would take their places and we will move on. So, why does the stream keep stopping on my phone? It's annoying. There we go. Right, okay, so... Well, I've had it on there long enough, but I'll just clarify then. Everybody's on medium tyres except Car CMP2 starting on the hards, at Corporate Arsehole in 18th who's starting on the hards, and Starcat Gamer at the back starting on the softs. They are lining up. Some cars all over the place, but oh goodness me. Let's really hope for one of the great Baku races, because when Baku goes right, it's the best race of the season. I promise you. Lots of disqualifications for missing the grid slots. It has a big effect on your start, missing the grid slot. I only noticed it last week, how far back in the slot it actually puts you when it resets you. It's a long way back. All lights are on, and we are go at Baku. There's Parsley seems to bog down off the line, and he's getting swamped into turn 1. He's dropped down to P4 at the moment. A few run wide. McLaren had to come back in to avoid hitting the wall, but fortunately caught somebody. Oh, there's the Alfa Romeo's round the corner by the pool. Spun it on turn 2. I would stop, cool, until everybody's passed. That's it. I was only thinking, because if you kept travelling in a backwards direction, it may have disqualified him. So, Reed up to P16, battling with Operator. Just trying to work out. Reed's Alpine, isn't he? Yeah. 2 Mercedes running together in P14 and 15. Hard to pick a battle for you at the moment because everyone's a battle at the moment. Starcat Gamer on the back of Glasgow. Starcat obviously started on the softs. Super, super quick at the moment. Will die off. Something in the region of about 3.5 to 4 attempts per lap. He'll lose on the soft tyres. Very, very quick. We do have a yellow flag, but I can't see on the track map any idea of who that might be. It might have been Freeman. I'm not entirely sure. So, Freeman gets back ahead of Arsehole there, but moment, hopefully everybody just settling down and into a rhythm. Nothing more important at Baku than finding a bit of a rhythm. Is, well, Clarence seems to change position there. Oh, and Sol. Oh, Sol's into the pits. So, I assume he's picked up some damage. Yeah, they're changing the front wing. So, Sol moves on to the hards. He'll know there's an awfully long way to go in this race. If there is one race on the season you don't give up because of an early upset, it's Baku. Well, basically a street circuit, so Baku, Monaco, Singapore. Jeddah not so much, but I don't know, because my mantra is don't give up in a way, for any reason, ever. If you can drive the car, keep going, because you literally never know what's around the corner in Formula 1, and it's always something that's going to happen. But let's go to Gonzo then. He's our closest at the moment. There's lots of people close to the car ahead of them, but he's our closest. I noticed Gaza dropped down in the Williams to P16, so maybe a yellow flag was something for him. Sorry, excuse me. There are some close ones further down, so just keeping an eye. Oh, Starcat Gamer is out. And he's, oh no. And I tell you what, Leary, that is so unlucky. I think he's just been caught out there. Starcat Gamer had hit the wall on the inside of the corner. And I think Leary just got distracted, I think, by Starcat Gamer's car and hit the wall on the outside. So, by pure coincidence, it's the 2 PC drivers that are out. But 2 drivers lost, but it wasn't an incident. Starcat Gamer binned it into the inside, and I just believe that Leary, his eye just got drawn by Starcat Gamer's eye, and unfortunately then binned it into the outside wall. Glad to say that nobody else has been caught up in the incident. My phone's driving me mad. It keeps turning the stream off on my phone. Right, stream's back going again. Right, so in a way... Oh, Reed! Rocket Reed, what you done? He's picked up a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. Just to fully confirm, this is a full safety car. Oh, somebody had a little touch on the wall there. Was that Salt? I'm not sure. I think it was one of the Alpha Tauris. I'm just not sure which one it was, but there we go. Well, everybody's going past the pits. Not sure if anybody might have a little sneaky switch to hards, but to be fair, because it's Baku, nobody's going to be too much of a rush to switch to hards early on, because you might just get caught out by another safety car coming out in 3 or 4 laps time, so there's always that possibility. But this is great news for the Alpha Tauris, though. At least they can catch back up to the field. Gaza as well. So Gaza switched. It's when drivers do this. I really hope for Gaza now this comes off, because I promise you, Gaza is intending to take those hard tyres and that Williams to the end of this race. So I really hope for him it pays off. Sol pitted again now. So he's gone to the hard tyres, so maybe Sol thinking the same. If anybody's wondering, can the hards actually get to the end from here? The answer is yes, they will get to the end. Just bear in mind, we're going on to lap... We won't get running again until lap 6, so that's 21 laps, effectively, on hard tyres. They'll do that. It's a little bit of a push, but it's not... It's by no means impossible at all. By doing what they've done as well, if we were to get to such a time where the medium tyre drivers need to pit and there were to be a safety car after that, they can quickly switch back onto their mediums that started the race on. So I think there's still a lot on offer for the likes of Gaza and Sol here, having switched to the hards early. The only worry for them is because they're sitting in 16th and 18th is that the gap between the cars ahead may grow a bit and they may not gain as many positions when the drivers ahead pit as they would hope. But so I said about we'll get going again lap 6, but at the moment Sol has a lot of lap to make up, so maybe a little bit tight. He's heading into turn 1. As the safety car is coming through Castle. Right, it's just going into Castle, look. So he should make it, to be fair. He's heading down to turn 3 now. So yeah, I still think we'll come in this lap, surely. This is Salt now. Hey Lawton, thanks for joining, mate. Yeah, he took a brilliant pole position. We're pretty used to Carsey getting pole position every week, but Carsey made quite a big mistake on turn 1 on his lap, which meant Danny took pole. You can normally find Carsey in amongst the top 20 or 30 runners at most tracks in the world. So on time trial. So well, Sol hasn't called up, so we are going to end up doing another lap under safety car. It's not going to get called in this late. So, it is possible that there's a little bit of a tactic going on there, that Sol didn't want to catch up. And if he's intent... So him and Gazza will not mind doing another lap under safety car at all. And in fact, this time, Futile Snake has opted to pit. So, because if those guys are looking to take the hardest to the end, another lap under safety car works for them. So, Futile nips onto the softs, so we can expect 6 or 7 laps from the softs. So not entirely sure why he's gone to softs. I would have thought sticking the hards on to go to the end would have been the best option. So, Futile Snake's already caught up to the back, so we're definitely going this next lap, so, which we would do in a way, because the safety car will have done the most amount of laps it can. Oh, what's happened to Gonzo? Well, something's happened to Gonzo, and he's dropped down to P10. He's making his places back up. Shouldn't be doing that. Unless it was telling him to. Maybe Leon was letting him through. No penalties have been awarded, so I can only assume it was letting him through. Not to forget that unfortunately Rocket Reed picked up the drive-through at the start of the safety car, so still got to serve that. I'd imagine he'll probably head straight in and serve it straight away. Just in case another safety car comes out. Don't want to be stuck out there. Oh, they have gone. Oh, maybe the Ferrari then. So maybe car seat. Gonna have a look around the outside of turn 1, but that will close off. I think Dean Bryce is having a go at car seat. He got the inside of turn 2, and he's up the inside of car seat, who drops to P5. Very nice move from Dean. Took advantage of car seat having that go as Cool by the Ball drops to the back at turn 2. So, changes going on further down. There's somebody who's battling side by side there. Who was that? I think that was Freeman and Gaza. I think Gaza's having a look back as well. He does indeed. Freeman leaves the room. Gaza does the same for him in the second part, but Gaza seems to get on the power quicker. And that's always going to be difficult through there. And I think Gaza needs to see this now. And well, they were battling. I think if Gaza had touched the ERS coming out of that chicane, I think he may well have got him. So he wasn't to know. He definitely got a better exit, didn't he? And that yellow flag is Cool by the Pool. Once more down at the back. He may well have some damage, which is making him struggle. So, through the order, I think Gonzo is the closest to the car ahead. See if he can get a tow off of Oozers. With the RS, it does indeed. So through goes Gonzo into P7, so that's Haas now running P6 and 7. He goes a bit deep into turn 1 there, Gonzo, but covered it. It was his fault about it, but he's nowhere near close enough. It's turn 3. Rocket Reed is in to take his drive-through penalty. So let's move then. Let's go to the front. Whale at the moment, boss man in this league. Holding on to Danny. So Danny's just broke the 1 second there, which is important. But in turn, Whale has broken the 1 second of movement. In fact, Carsey is the first car that's still within that 1 second. Sorry, let's just nip down to Freeman. Oh, that is not a nice place to be side by side in. Freeman hasn't picked up any damage there, he's lucky. I don't think he has. I can't see any anyway. But I think Gaz has taken advantage of it and is going to nip through as well. So Freeman up to 11, Gaz up to 12 as DRS activates. Oh, and Operators binned it again in the same corner as the previous two. Well, Rocket Reed won't mind as long as he don't pick up another drive-through. I'm going slow, be careful, Rocket. Well done. So now the pit stops already begin. Soul's in off of the hards, which surprises me. Unless he needs a wing change, Soul. I don't know why he's pitting. Well, he's not changing his wing. I've got no idea why he's pitted there, if I'm honest. He was on the perfect tyre. Why is he pitted back to the mediums? Madness. Futile Snake this time. Pits too hard. He'll be going to the end. Cool by the pool the same. Reed's in. I can see why he'd come off the hards. They've done a lot more laps. Mediums go on his car. And so Gazabuck up to P12 then, after the early problems. And as I said, for me, every driver ahead of him has to pit. Where is he? He's just... Yeah, he's close enough to the back of it. If all these medium tyre drivers ahead of him all pit, he could end up in P2 behind Carsey. If Carsey pits as well, Gaza could end up leading this race from absolutely nowhere as well. So. As long as he stays out, and I don't see any reason why he wouldn't stay out. 2 of those laps on hards were done under the previous safety car. They get to the end of the race with ease. I don't see why he wouldn't pit. And there's a drive-free penalty then for Soul. Speeding under safety car. Right, in's Danny, in's well, but the one we need to look at is Carsey, and Carsey's in. And I guarantee you, Gaza will stay out. He's going to lead this race. Well, he's staying to the right. He's not pitting. I think Danny's exiting. I think Danny might actually get out ahead. Gaza will appear on the left side of the screen. And he moves into P2, so we don't quite get ahead of Danny. But still, he's jumped from 12th to 2nd. He'd be over the moon to see that. Well, we'd be distraught to see that. This is a long, long way for a set of mediums to go to the end, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think they'll do it, personally. I think they'll have to do another stops with set of softs later in the race. Yes. Moomin says, safety car off next time, please. Don't chat and type. Don't chat and type. don't type and drive, I mean. So far, things working out perfectly really for Danny. And well, we'll have to see if Carsey can get his mediums to the end. I'm not expecting... Well, I think the safety car is going to stay out one more lap after this. But I wouldn't expect any further. I think our soul needs to pit. I can't see what he's gaining from staying in P7 on 8-lap old mediums. Just one of those tracks moving in it. It's a great track. I absolutely love it, but it's my favourite track. But sometimes maybe with Baku, it's maybe a better race when you don't have a full grid. That's but it's that left-right. That's where people have binned it. On the first one, Starcat Gamer binned it into the right-hand wall. Leary was coming back through the corner after Starcat Gamer had crashed, and it was like he got distracted by Starcat's car and binned it into the left-hand wall. And this time, operators binned it into the left-hand wall as well. So, and when a car crouches there and stays on track, well, it's bound to stay on track. There's two walls either side of it, but the game has no choice but to bring out a safety car. At least this one's going to be a bit of a shorter safety car. The last one did all of the laps possible for it. I'm going to have to leave the stream on. I'm going to put my phone... The stream keeps on my phone in a way, so I'm going to have to... My battery 16%, so I may as well just stick it on charge because it's not staying on. So can't see your comments in a way. Right, so we're to race again. It's a shame that the three retirements are new. As I say, I think Leary was just unlucky when he retired. But the other two, I don't know if anything else happened to Operator. I just saw the aftermath, so I'm assuming. It's what I said at the start, isn't it? It is a track, like all the street tracks. Really, you can't lose concentration for 1 second around here, because there's a wall waiting for you as soon as you do. So. Whale seems quite very close to Gaza. You've got to be a bit careful, Whale, because look at car seat. Where did car seat get that speed from? My word. Straight line speed. I guess the mediums, the extra grip in them, helped him there. And up to P3 he goes. Well, fights some movement as well. What is with the camera angle? Right. So Whale fights off Moomin that time. That's better. And Moomin's got a very fast moving Dean Bryce behind him at the moment as well. He was having a little look here. I don't think he's really alongside enough. This is it's an area. You've got to be careful here. Oh, and Oozers is dropping down. What's happened to Oozers? It's like the chicane, isn't it? Sure he's managed that. Whether there's been contact or not. Oh, he was having a superb race as well. Well, I think guys will hold him off up to the straight, but after that, I don't see how he's going to be able to. It does appear that Carsey is running a low downforce with the amount of. Look how quick he is. It's a sector 2 yellow, and that's his Soul. It's yeah, Gaza does try and defend it, but ultimately. Carsey runs wide in turn 1 though. It's going to give Gazza the chance to get back ahead into turn 2, and that he does. Carsey tries to switch back. It's a drag race down to turn 3. And Carsey takes it. Clash driver, class move, clash drive in from both drivers. By the pool is pitted and put on a fresh set of softs. So we may see a fastest lap of the race coming up from him shortly. It's this battle. Obviously, bear in mind Gazza stayed out, so he has got more worn tyres than the others. But it was, without doubt, it was the right move. He's currently running in P3, whereas pre-safety car is in P12. So I'll never be convinced it wasn't the right thing to do, even if he is having a bit of trouble fighting off the guys at the moment. Carsey was bound to have trouble with, because not only is Carsey super fast, but he's got a brand new set of mediums on. So Carsey's thing is just whether he can actually get to the end of the race or not, or whether he's got to stop for a fresh set of softs late on. But here we go again. Still no DRS. So this is under tow and energy, and that's it. So Whale not using any energy, he's relying on tow. And I think happy really to wait. And it's full well, why use a load of ERS when the next lap you're going to have DRS in a way. So he's got DRS here. He does open up with the ERS this time. I just think it's a bit difficult making a move here. But it's the same place as Carsey and the same outcome. And again, plenty of room left by both drivers. Oh, Moomin's launching it. Oh, he's overshot the corner. He got round it somehow. I'm not quite sure how. So there's a yellow in sector 1. No idea who that is. It's cleared in a way, so let's concentrate on the racing. Gazza has also let his teammate through, so Dean up to P5, Gazza P6 now. So now, interestingly, Whale just created a 1 second gap. It's 1.1 now. Which means Moomin is going to be vulnerable to the Williams of Dean here. Oh, I think both of them hit the wall then on turn 1. I think Moomin may have actually let Dean through there, and kind of accidentally he seems to have let Gazza through as well. But both Williams get an advantage from that, unless Moomin's picks up a bit of damage. Oh my word, Mark, and I'm afraid Moomin I think got shoved into the wall slightly there, but these things will happen at Baku when it's all tight like this. Just a shout out to Reed, by the way, he's up into P9 now. He is making his way back through the field. As Sol retires in the pits. Okay, he's in the pits. Every single driver would be looking up at the top of the screen thinking, safety car, safety car. But no, he's retired in the pits, so definitely no safety car. Kind of feel that Gazza could use a little love from his teammate here. His teammate wants to get after a podium position, which you can completely understand. But Gaza could do with his teammate just holding back and giving him DRS. As Carsey and Danny are fighting for the lead. Since turn 2, Danny holds it for now. Carsey has quickly eaten up that 3-second gap to Danny. Again, they're on opposite tyres, remember, so Carsey does have tyre advantage at the moment. So leaves the session after his retirement in the pit lane. It's down to 16. If he finished with 16, it would be pretty happy with that. Got to stick with this, with it being for the lead. Mark has got him pretty close to the back of Gaza as well for P5. So with DRS this time, surely you feel go on board with Carsey. Substantial amount more energy as well. So here they go. Into turn 1 then. Oh, Carsey's run deep. Again runs deep. Doesn't break that little bit earlier because he's got DRS open. And he's tried the same again, look. He's done a switchback like he did to Gaza. And he will head down into turn 3 with the inside of the corner. Danny's ERS light flashing away. But, okay, so roles reversed then. Carsey leads from Danny. Carsey on the medium tyres. Danny on the hards. Advantage Carsey at the moment, but not for much longer. Will his tyres be the better tyre? It's not going to take long now for those to switch over. As oh, and we got a safety car. It is a full safety car, and that's going to completely change it again. Answers on a postcard why this safety car's come out. I have no idea. There's no retirement. Sol remains the last retirement, and he retired in the pits. So, even on reduced, the safety car clearly coming out for too much debris on the track. That's the whole reason I said to the guys to switch it to reduce, because it doesn't come out for debris, but it clearly is. So frustrating. Just as the drivers seem to be getting into a bit of a rhythm. I mean, we're seeing some lovely moves and some great racing side by side, but the safety car comes out again to spoil it, and, well, are we at a point where everybody switches to softs? I still think it's too early. It's well, for me it is. I say this because I used softs around here last night and my tyre blew up. And I did less laps than what's remaining now, so the problem tyre was the right rear. So I personally think if you've got mediums left, use mediums rather than softs. But I think you're going to see softs. Here they come. Dean's on the softs. Well, if we don't see some tyre blowouts from here before the end, I'm going to be so annoyed, because mine blew last night, so... I say it was my right rear that blew up. It was about 20% higher on wear than the front tyres were. So... if this turns out to be a pretty quick safety car, which it does have the potential to be, it certainly won't come in at the end of, well, it won't come in at the end of the first lap under safety car anyway, because it always has to do a second lap. So, but the second lap could be all we do, and they will be having to push those tyres. 9 laps is a lot around there. I believe it was lap 7 my right rear blew up. last night. Because I did 2 stints on softs. I did 6 laps the first stint. And it was a little bit dodgy through the left-right. Then on the second stint I needed to do 7 so that I could move to mediums. And on the 7th lap, going around that quick left-right at the end of the lap, it just blew up and threw me into the wall. So I think this is a risk, and I think the leaders are wise in doing what they've done. In a way, this safety car does help car seat. It's obviously still picking up wear under the safety car, but it probably does make it a lot easier for him to get those mediums to the end of the race, to be fair. But there's undoubtedly still going to be a large chunk of laps where Danny's going to have the better tyre here. And Freeman. And Futel. So Gaz has gone to mediums. Now, let me put it this way, the guys on softs are going to be super fast to start with. There's no ifs or buts about that. They're going to be very, very quick. So if their tyres start blowing up before the end of the race, then Gaz has made an absolute genius move, just nipping onto mediums instead. It's all ifs or buts at the moment, but we'll see. So, going on to the next lap with a safety car. As long as Cool by the Pool doesn't pit again, which he doesn't, I can't see how this safety car. I cannot see how it could possibly go another lap. Surely Cool by the Pool will easily catch it. And being on hards, it's within his interest to catch the safety car as quick as he can. So that means 7 laps on soft tyres. It was the 7th lap that my tyre blew up last night. And these guys would have done a bit of running under the safety car as well, so they'll still have a bit more wear because of that. It's a gamble, but it's one that will pay off if they get there. That's the only thing. Plus, it's a difference in setup, so I may have been running a setup that maybe was a bit harder on wear than others do. I don't know, to be honest. Basically find a setup I'm comfortable using for a race and use it. I don't really looking at setting a car up specifically to have lower tyre wear or anything like that, so in a way, safety car in this lap. Cool by the Pool has just reached the back of the safety car, so it is in this lap. There's no doubt that if any of these, if whoever of these soft drivers actually do make it to the end of the race, they've made the right move. If you know, any of them that make it to the end, they've made a great move here. But we'll just have to wait and see if all of them do get to the end or not. It's going to make for some really spicy racing as well, because the likes of Dean Mark will be so much faster than the guys on hards. So we get going. Neither the soft drivers could get past Futal Snake. They wanted to do it straight away, but they couldn't. Has a look at the outside. Don't want to risk it all just for the sake of one place. And there's, well, if the guys at the back have all managed to avoid each other, then they've done very, very well. Moomin's ended up round note, unfortunately for him. Championship leader as well, Moomin. Right, so Dean gets past Futal Snake. I mean, there's absolutely no doubt Dean's on for a podium if he can keep those tyres going. But let's see. So what's happening again? I think it's Gonzo this time. Oh, and an Alpine. Oh, it's Reed as well. Ah, it's Gonzo and Rocket Reed. So that's 3 of the soft tyre guys have spun already. Problem when you go onto a super fast tyre like this when everybody else is using relatively old tyres, harder tyres. You have to, you know, you've got to bear in mind what tyres these guys are on and how worn they are. You can't just think, oh, they're going to break the same time as me, because they're not. If they break the same time as you, they'll end up in the wall. So they also take a lot longer to heat up after a safety car, so it's, I don't think we've really got any moves going on. Mark was the closest there. See how desperate he is to try and get. Now he's got a good run out of turn 2. This will be easy. Down to turn 3. Just shows he looked like he was starting to get a little impatient, but the patience did pay off in the end. Ah, well, that's silly. That's silly, and I don't think Mark will be impressed with that at all. Well, it's on stream, Mark, if you need a clip of it, but yeah, I don't think he's going to be impressed with that. Futel just leaves the front wing in and spins him round. Mark was up to P6 on for a really good position there. Oh, what is it? It's Freeman has spun it in the castle. Freeman moved, you're ghosted. Don't just sit there. Please don't solidify inside Reed. That's not a image we want to see today. Alright, so back at Gonzo at the moment. Just struggling a little bit for little battles. Oh, Moomin, I think it's round again. Oh dear. DRS is enabled as the leaders cross the line to move on to lap 22. Danny has to stick with this. He has to know that there is a chance that Carsey's tyres may start giving up towards the end of this race. And he just has to hold on here. Right, so 4 laps and 3 laps on soft tyres now. They'll start feeling a bit horrible now. Suddenly start feeling like they ain't quite got the grip they seem to have when they started, because they haven't. It's Gaza. I'll use my shout. I thought he made the right move going on to mediums, and for me, the fact that he's now in P6 and on the back of Futel Snake, you would imagine can only hold out until the main straight. Obviously what happened to Mark was horrible for him and unfair, but Rocket Reed suddenly gains 2 places there. That's a P10, so back into the points again for Reed. Just shows never give up, doesn't it? It's now back on for scoring a championship point. As things stand. Oozer's in P8, he's on for points tonight, and he's maybe done a clever little thing by pitting a lap later to everyone else on the softs. See, I think Oozers was watching actually when my tyre blew up last night, so maybe he knew. And Carsey's into the pits. Oh, is it a full safety car? It is. Danny stays out. Carsey pits. I'd say I'm shocked, but I think he's going to get MP2. Wales pitted as well. Dean Bryce has pitted. Nobody's going to get any DRS after this safety car comes in. Well, Danny stayed out, and I think he'd be pretty annoyed to look up at the standings and see Carsey is still in P2, and that everybody else pitted. Liam stayed out; he's now up into P3. Reed stayed out on the softs he was on, so he's in P4. Arsehole has also stayed out. I think they'll regret. Some of these guys will regret pitting there. I don't think it was the right move for everyone. It's turned into a great move for car seat, but I tell you what, if Moore had stayed out and car seat had lost places, I think it would have been the wrong thing to do. But because this safety car will not come in. I don't think it will come in this lap. I think it's got to stay out and do lap 24 as well. So, or is it the other way around? Does it have to come in this lap? Now, I'm sure it can stay out until there is 2 laps remaining. So, as the back marker, which at the moment, which is called by the pool, isn't on the back of the safety car, it will stay out another lap. So, we're gonna have 2 laps of racing, no DRS. Well, safety cars can make races a bit boring sometimes. When they occur like this close to the end, it can do the absolute opposite and make them very interesting and very exciting. And let's see then. We'll be, as I said, doing another lap. So just 2 laps remain, or will remain when the safety car comes in. 2 racing laps remain, shall I say. Personally, I think Danny would do exceptionally well to hold off car seat. Quite simply because the amount of grip car seat's going to have on a fresh set of softs are going to make it nearly impossible for Danny to hold him off down the straight. But I can understand why Reedy's opted to stay out. He's moved from P10 up to P4. But I think he's going to struggle. I think you might see him dropping down pretty quickly. But we don't know. That's why it's interesting. That's why it's exciting when this happens. So the other thing for Danny, he's got to somehow keep the temperature in the hards as best he can. Simply put, the hards will take nigh on a lap, at least 3/4 of a lap to heat up, whereas the softs will be heated up within about 3 corners. Just a bit worried that we may see 1 or 2 silly moves going on. Let's hope we don't. Once again with that safety car though, there was no retirement to cause that safety car. I do think Cody's are going to have to look at the safety car. It is coming out too much. Now, right, okay, there's a few things going on here already. You're not allowed to drive alongside the driver ahead of you. You must drive behind them at all times. So there's a few naughty little things going on, but I think they have filed into a orderly line in the end. Oh, Carsey's ran deep into the corner, and that puts Liam Ashley up into P2. Danny's dreams all come true at once. Kind of a Lewis Hamilton restart moment there. Runs deep into turn 1. At least he didn't run so deep that he couldn't make the corner. Sorry, let's just hit. Oh no, okay. There's all sorts of position changes going on, guys. I've got absolutely no way of keeping up with all this. I can see users have just got into 10th, and we've lost Gonzo. I seem to still move for a bit then, but maybe it's just coasting. Right, well, we've got to go back to car seat. No offense to car seat, but every fibre of my being is sort of supporting Liam here, but as you would expect, his tyres just don't have the grip on them to keep car seat behind. So up into P2, 2 seconds behind. I still think you'll see him on the back of Danny before the end of the final lap. I still don't think Carsey's lost this race. Let's keep watching as Reed gets up into P3. It seems incredible, absolutely incredible that Reed could end up with a podium out of this. He's going to have some defending to do, mind you, as it's still all kicking off. Oozer's up to P9 now. Glasgow and a Futile Snake, who drops to P11 outside the points. Go to Dean on the back of Rocket Reed, trying to nick the podium. Oh, who was? Oh, that was Reed. Oh, he spun it. Oh, Reedy. That's unlucky, man. But I've got to go to the 2 leaders. As predicted, Carsey has caught him. I said it went over, even with a 2-second gap going into the final lap. Oh, he's ran wide as Danny. It's affected him. And Carsey will take the lead into the end. And into the straights. Soft tyres in the end, just too powerful. I think Danny did the right thing to stay out. He's given it a blooming good go. And it's so nearly paid off. But in a way, Carsey wins in Baku. Danny P2. Gaza P3. Dean Bryce P4. That's 3 and 4 for Williams. Liam Ash P5. Wales 6. Oozer 7. Mark 8. Futile Snake 9. Mooman 10. Freeman 11. I'll count down the rest in just a second. And don't forget, we'll have the interviews as well. Driver of the day, Reed. May well have been until the final spin, but I think my driver of the day will probably go to our first place man. I'll double check that. Let me check the standings first before I confirm that, but I think Gaza probably be taking the driver of the day, but just let me confirm. It was also manic at the end there. So, here are the standings then. So, Carsey takes victory with fastest lap. Danny P2, Gaza P3, Dean P4, Liam P5, Wales 6, Oozer 7, Mark in 8th. I'm glad Mark got some points in the end, some nice points. He deserved them. Actually ended up ahead of Futile Snake in the end, who was P9, Mooman P10, Freeman P11, Glasgow P12, Reed 13, Arzol in 14, Cool by the Pool 15, and Gonzo did get classified as 16th, but was our last retirement, so we lost from 16th down. But just go to the race director for the incidents, and then I'll get the boys in for the interview. So, car seat, invite to party. Party in. Just gotta wait for Gaza. Just, where is he? Down here. Saw the invite sent. Hello. All right. All good. Right. Just Gaza at the moment, and just invite him again. He did, yeah. He came third in the end, but that was all a bit manic at the end. But it made it exciting at the end anyway. All right. He might have nipped to the lure or something. So we'll carry on with the interviews until he joins. I guess as we haven't got third place here, I may as well. Should I start in the middle for once? Actually, should I go to Danny first then? So yeah, Danny P2. You tried to hold on for dear life at the end, but with those even before the final lap started, I said even 2 second gap. I still think he's favourite here on the stream.
Yeah, I thought so as well.
Yeah, I know when he overtook you, you ran a bit wide into the corner. I know you might have clipped the wall, I'm not sure, but I think it was probably imminent on the straight in a way. But yeah, it was a great race though. I mean, how did it go from your side? Did you enjoy it? I know there's a lot of safety cars, but it still seemed fun.
I mean, it was fun. I don't know if it was after first safety car, but I know Kasi was still on mediums behind me, catching me. It was like 2 seconds back. And mistake in the castle section and clipped the wall and had a damaged wing, like just lightly. And it was fine for the whole race, but one corner down the hill really ruined me the whole time. It was really annoying, but I mean, it was fun. It made it exciting. I mean, in the end, I should have gone at both safety cars. I was like, should I go in? But the normal thing is to stay out, and then everybody pitted, and I was like, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
And that happened, yeah. But I mean, it was a good race.
Yeah. I mean, two of the safety cars had come out without a retirement, and that was even
Great.
with it was on reduced. So you know, I don't know
It
why.
really was
Usually
annoying,
on
yeah.
reduced, it doesn't bring a safety car out for debris, but clearly it did tonight twice. So I don't quite know why, but yeah, there we go in a way. But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed the race. We'll come on to Carsey then. Well, the first I asked is, did you still believe with 2 seconds to go? 2 seconds behind on the last lap?
No chance. Under safety car, my softs already got worn to 10%, so I was like, these are going to be so dead. And then I made that mistake in the turn one. It happened 3 times the race. I locked my rears into turn one, and the car just spin. So I'm lucky I didn't fully go around any time, to be honest. But yeah, Danny was so quick the whole race. I could tell he had that wing damage just with how he was navigating the second sector. But yeah, he was so quick. And I think he, correct me if I'm wrong, Danny, did you have like 0-0 wings on or something? Because I had.
No, I was running 4-1, 4-1, and I
Oh,
wanted
okay, that's
to.
what I was running too. But you seemed
Yeah, I
faster
wanted to
than me
put
in
it
the
to
straight.
6-1, but I forgot, and then yeah.
Yeah, I was running 4-1 as well, but you just always seemed faster than me in the straight. But yeah, then that I don't think I would have got Danny if he didn't make that mistake in the lap. Uh, but yeah, so I'm happy with that. Obviously, I thought it would have been a closer run down to the line, but the softs just gave me such a good launch off the last corner, and then I could just drive it to the finish with the ERS I'd saved up.
Yeah. I mean, initially, I must admit, when you pitted on the final safety car, my initial reaction was, "What's he doing?" Um, but then everybody pitted behind you, and I could just see that if you ended up with 2 or 3 cars between you, it may well have been a different story. But luckily, everybody pitted, and so it didn't make any difference. You still come out
Yeah,
P2. But you did. You said you made a mistake in turn one and ended up
He wanted to
behind
make it
Liam, I
interesting.
think it was.
Yeah, to be
Yeah,
honest, I thought it was the wrong decision at the time. I just was sort of bored of driving in those mediums and wanted to see if I could make my way through. I got really lucky with people pitting. I think I could have maybe, if it didn't, got up to maybe like second or third or something. But I just wanted to see if I could do it basically, because I think the medium
yeah.
could have went to the end fairly easily, and it's a lot more fun driving in new softs than it is in old mediums. So
Well,
I,
yeah, it definitely is. Yeah,
I got blessed by all those guys behind me pitting.
yeah. Okay, well, congratulations on the win. You got the fast hole.
Thanks very much.
Even though he's not turned up to my interview, I think if you watch the race back, I think you'll both agree actually with Gaza, P3, and the way he's got up there taking the drive of the day as well.
Yeah, obviously he was on
had a
parts that were
fantastic
even
race.
older than mine.
Yeah, he did, and but he some I don't actually know what, but something happened to him at the start, and he fell down to about 16th or something. So he's fought back through himself as well. Although he did go from 12th to second under one of the safety cars, which was a good help. But yeah, so fair play to him. Shame he's not joined, but I'm sure there's a reason. But there we go. Okay, guys. Well, if I'm thinking it's probably is it Canada next week?
No,
France.
we've already done Canada.
France.
Well, we've already done
Sprint
Canada,
race.
have we?
Oh, France. That's my
Oh
least
yes,
favorite
that's
track.
right. Yeah, France sprint race. That's
I'm not
what
even in the
doing
league
tomorrow
and I
night,
have
France.
no more clue what the fuck is going on.
You are in a league. Don't be silly. Right. Okay. So yeah, sprint race. France. Do you guys like France?
Yes.
It's my least favorite track. I'm
Oh.
always like over a second off the pace of people I'm usually faster than. I just can't do it. I don't know why.
Okay.
I
I
enjoyed
must admit, I
for
noticed
once.
last night. I was doing some time trial last night because I got it tomorrow night. And I was only about 3/10 off you, Carsey, which is like not normal. You're,
I
you're
mean, it's
usually
probably
about
an
a
old
second up
lap.
the road.
It's
So.
an old lap. It's an old
Yeah,
lap.
I've done
Wait for
I've
it.
done a lot more France practice than I have in most other tracks, and even then it's probably one of my worst time trials. I just can't. I don't know what it is about France. I just can't never get a good lap there.
Yeah. Oh well, fair play. Make it interesting in a way. So.
Yeah.
Um.
Gonna be
Okay
fun.
then, guys. Well. My batteries are going to die any second, so I'll quickly finish up. So, as always, guys, thanks to everybody that's watched live. The figures have been fantastic again. I think we hit 20 at one point in the race. So, thank you so much to all of you. Thank you to everybody that watches it back, because there's been like nearly 200 every week so far, which is awesome. So, thank you very much. And we will see you for France same time next week. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evenings, and I will be back on Friday for PRF.
Hopefully. Thanks very
We
much
done?
for commentary again, Hilly. Appreciate
Oh.
it.
That's
And,
it. Sorry.
I don't know. And good race, Danny, pal.
Yeah,
You're
GG's.
so quick, mate. If it wasn't for that wing damage, you'd have had that fairly easily.
Sorry about that.
I mean,
My
it's
batteries
how it
died
is.
just- So
You're
yeah,
all-
thanks guys. And